Yo, what's good guys? Alright, so this video, you've read the title. So for me, this video, I've been kind of holding it back for a while because of the negative backlash that I've seen previously on other people's channels. To be honest, this is very hard for me to kind of do, simply because it's a very controversial topic, especially in the fitness industry. So for most of you guys that know, most of you that know me from my Instagram page. So I run a fitness Instagram page, which many of you have been following for a while. So in case if you don't know me, my name is Lubomba Munkuli. I'm 21 years old. I've been training for 6 years. My bodybuilding journey started in 2012. I've been training consistently every single day for the last 6 years of training. You know, it's been one hell of a journey. So for me, I've learned so many things. I've met so many people. So I've had the opportunity to understand both sides of this title, both sides of the topic. You know, being enhanced versus being natural. So for me, telling people that I'm natural sometimes comes as a shock, because people genuinely believe that there is no way you can attain a pretty good damn physique naturally. And you know what? In the last few years in the industry, there's been a negative backlash on these kind of people. You know, I believe there's some influencers out there, some role models that people truly believe that they're not natural, because you know, they might have a natural status in their bio and people literally reject that and just jump to conclusion and say that they're not natural. So for me, one of my goals has been to be very transparent with my methods, how I train, and my nutrition and diet, and show people the actual process of what it takes. I train every single day. Some people are like, oh bro, there's no way you can train like that. There's no way you can do this. You know, you don't get enough recovery time. Bro, you can't do bro split because you just don't get that recovery time. You must be on gear to see that progress. I've been kind of holding this video for a long time. So guys, when it comes to natural bodybuilding, you can fully do it. Time is the biggest factor. I always say this, time is your best friend. It requires a fucking lot of time. I'm gonna say that, it takes time. When you're trying to build a physique, you know, your rational mind is gonna wanna find the quickest way to anything. You wanna find the quickest and most efficient way of getting there. You know, people don't embrace the struggle. It just requires persistence and working hard, a ruthless work ethic that's going to allow you to get that top tier level, and that's how some of these guys have achieved that. I encourage a lot of young people to get into lifting at the age of 16 because it will help you. You know, if you grow with your physique, if you mature with your physique, as humans go, as biology goes, for us to grow strong, we're required to eat for our bodies to grow. You know, supplement that with a workout. So for me, my training history, I started training, like I said, in 2012. I've been training pretty much every single day. The only days that I've took a day off is the days where I'm at school having a deadline, or the days I actually felt sick. Those were the only times where I actually took a rest day. For the last 6 years, I've been training pretty much every single day. But for me, my goal has always been to be as transparent as possible, show my journey as I go, you know, step by step, what I eat. You've seen my full day of eating. That's what I've been eating for the last 6 years. So guys, it takes time. But again, you don't know whether someone's been genuine. So for me, I have to be as sincere as possible and show every element, you know, as how my body changes. I'm not 10% body fat all year round. It fluctuates. You know, some days I'm leaner, some days, you know, I'll hold a little bit more weight. It's just how it is. But again, you can build a lean physique consistently. And people don't want to hear that. That's the problem. But you got to embrace it. That's just how it is. You can stay lean all year round. But again, it depends at what level. Diet is one of the most important things. You know, what you eat, calorie intake, your daily expenditure, realizing that, you know, you need to eat excess amount of calories to be in a calorie surplus in order to build muscle. And your protein intake and carbohydrate intake and your fats. These things you got to do research and understand how they work. And you know, the effects of it on your body and how that actually contributes to muscle mass and building muscle. Again, when it comes to steroids, you know, what you put in your body, what you upregulate, your body naturally is going to downregulate. So you got to understand that by taking gear, honestly, you're going to be changing your body chemistry forever. That's it. Once you start, that's it. For me, I could never accept that. At 16, yes, of course I looked into, like, you know, what people were doing. You know, there was always that myth that, you know, everyone's taking gear, everyone's taking steroids. And I refused to accept that. I refused. I didn't want to hear it. In my head, I was like, you know what, I'm going to be the best bodybuilder there is naturally. And that was my goal, relentlessly. And I pushed that. I was not going to accept it, you know, and that's the mentality I've had ever since. I want to push what is attainable naturally. And the guys that have actually managed to do that in the industry are the ones that get the negative backlash because people don't believe that it's actually achievable. And they're the ones that get the hate. They're the ones that people don't believe. They're the ones that get told, yo, you got to remove natural in your bio because it's not acceptable. It's not fair. You're clearly chatting shit. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. So those are the type of people that get hate. I do understand that people that lie, that's just how it is, but we're gonna accept that. But those are truly sincere and genuine about it. I hope you understand that these guys might be telling the truth. Because guys, for me, being natural, I'm proud and I'm honored. For me, you know, I like to reflect myself as a, you know, as a role model for natural bodybuilding. That's one of my goals. You know, I want to show the young kids, upcoming people, the people that are struggling the most, that yes, you can do it naturally, but this is the sacrifice. This is what you're gonna give up. This is what you're gonna put in. This is how you're gonna train. You know, the work ethic behind all that, and it takes passion. And if you watch any of my videos, you know, I pray to God that, you know, I reflect that kind of, you know, ethos, you know, that level of thinking, you know, that energy. Otherwise, you know, for me as a natural bodybuilder, for what I'm trying to do, for the impact that I'm trying to make, I've failed. So guys, honestly, from my social media pages that you've seen, I provide the consistency, I provide the work ethic, so you understand this is what natural bodybuilding is. As for the other side, being enhanced, yes, I got good friends that have decided to be enhanced. That's, for me, I have nothing against that. I have no problem. If you want to be as an enhanced athlete, by all means do it, but you got to understand the consequences and what it's going to take. Personally, I don't know anything. Like some of the stuff people take into their bodies, I haven't got a clue what it is. I don't know what it does, because simply it's never been in my nature. It's never been something that I've actually been passionate about. Or I understand the basic concepts of it, but also I understand the, you know, the negative backlash and the, you know, the negative consequences and the harmful things that it could do to your body. But again, guys, as a natural bodybuilder, it takes time. You gotta appreciate, you know, the journey. You gotta fall in love with the idea of building muscle, the idea of bodybuilding, the art of bodybuilding. You know, the ability to concentrate on one muscle group and allow it to grow. You know, to understand that, you know, by contributing this amount of time into training, I can do this X amount. You know, I can gain X amount of muscle mass in a year or so. You know, it's a body project that you gotta accept. You gotta be excited about. If you're not excited about it, honestly, you'll be one of the very few people that will fall off the rail. Because if you're not passionate from day one, that's it. It's game over. And people, that's why they jump to the conclusion saying, bro, I'm not seeing any gains. I'm not doing this. Honestly, you got to work so hard. You know, I can't put so much emphasis on it. You got to stay so consistent, training every single day. I'm not saying that you should train every single day like I do, purely because I live and breathe this. This is what I do. This is my passion. So guys, all I'm trying to say is that natural bodybuilding is more of a passion than anything. There's nothing that's going to sidetrack you from that goal. Once you have that goal, you know, you're not going to be swayed into taking steroids. You're not going to be swayed into doing this, trying these new supplements, etc. You understand by taking your nutrition and following your protocol, that's going to give you progress. It'll work. So for me, my training style before, since I started, has always been bro split. So what I've done is broken down each muscle group per day. So for example, on a Monday, I'll do chest, Tuesday, shoulders, Wednesday, legs, Thursday, back, Friday, arms. Saturday and Sunday will be the days that I focus on my lagging muscle groups. And that's how it's always been, and that's how it always will be. Because for me, it works. For me, it gives me time to enjoy the process, the time to really focus on that muscle group that I'm trying to build. Go home, eat my food, and recover. You've seen what I eat. For me, my diet, I don't even call it a diet. That's what I eat. That's what I choose to eat. I like it, it gives me the results, full stop. If you look at some of the top bodybuilders, regardless whether enhanced or natural, there's an element of consistency and an element of dedication for every one of those top tier bodybuilders. Look at what they do, look at what they eat, and look at the ritual and the step-by-step of things that they do. Take something away from that. It's that relentless thinking and attachment to the sport that allows them to be that way. It's not for anyone, you know, just to kind of to eat 6 meals a day. No human can just do that. You know, it's something that you gotta teach yourself. You grow into it. You don't do it overnight. This takes time. Like I said, I keep putting an emphasis on time because everything takes time. You gotta appreciate the time element for it to reward you long term. But guys, natural bodybuilding has come a long way, and I truly believe there's an opportunity there. A lot of people say natural bodybuilding is dead. They're wrong. It's coming, and I think it's going to be far much stronger than it ever will be. And I'm very optimistic by that, and I stand by it because I want to do what I need to do to make an impact on natural bodybuilding. There's people out there, they set the mark. Unfortunately, the way we're conditioned to think with media is you need this to do this, you need that to do that. You should be taking steroids to build a physique. Arnold, oh my God. Arnold was on steroids, therefore you can't wear this. Guys, that is probably for me, that's obsolete. That's gone. You know, Arnold has lived this moment. He's done what he needed to do to be where he is now. But again, we can't just rely on that statement. Arnold is who he was. He is who he is. But that statement is obsolete. It's gone off. You can't justify a whole industry based on one person. You can't do that. People have changed, times have changed, nutrition has changed. Our understanding of nutrition, dieting, and training is advanced so much more, with a better understanding of that and how to manipulate the body and grow and be more efficient with the way we eat, the timings, and the way we schedule our meals to how much we should be sleeping. We understand this. Science has allowed us to, have a better understanding of our bodies and to literally transform the way we think, the way we train, the way we eat. That statement is long gone. I weigh 102 kilograms, so that's 225 pounds. Time and time again, there's no way you can be 220 pounds naturally. That's just unachievable. I'm a normal guy. I'm a normal kid. I train every day. I eat what I need to eat. I rest. That's it. It's the most basic things. But when you hear people saying you can't do this, you can't do that, that's the thing that drives me. That's the energy. That's what gets me up to prove that is doable. I show it in everything I do. If you follow me on Instagram, you see my daily ritual, what I do on a daily basis, from what I eat to when I train to what I do during the day, from me studying, running my business, training, everything you see. That's the transparency that I'm offering so people understand you can do this. But one thing that I won't tolerate is seeing younger kids, being influenced to do these things, which is so dumb because they haven't got the knowledge. Your mind is still maturing, you're still growing up. You're gonna try to find the quickest way of doing things, but rather than teaching people the quickest way of doing something, you gotta teach them the patience that they need to get the results they require. The way I'm trying to explain this is to my younger self. And luckily for me, I had the right path, I took the right choices. My upbringing has always influenced me, don't be the type of kid, to be involved in drugs. Don't be the type of kid to hate on other people. Be the best version of yourself. Empower yourself to grow. Teach yourself. So I've always been self-independent. I've always had that mentality of, you can do it on your own. You can do it. You can change anything you want as long as if you give yourself the time and dedication. It's doable. So guys, natural bodybuilding is much alive and it's doable. I've seen too many negative backlashes. There are people out there that are killing the game. Unfortunately, they don't get the praise that they do. It's always the videos that go viral that, such and such has been exposed. There's no way such and such is natural. It's always those type of videos that go viral, but no one ever gets credit for being natural or, get the appraisal of saying, yo, dude, you've achieved a pretty good physique. If you did that naturally, that's amazing. No one ever gets that, which is a shame really, because I think there's some great athletes out there that never get the credit that they deserve. Unfortunately, they never get put in the spotlight, so people disbelieve what's attainable naturally. Otherwise, there's no hope, and hope is the biggest fuel for you in order to do something. If there's no hope, there's nothing. There's no hope anymore. Literally, no one has hope that they can do something naturally. But guys, everything that I learn, everything that I'm doing, I give it back. My diet and nutrition, I explain it explicitly, from the amount of food that I eat, to the protein that I take in, to the amount of rest that I get, to the amount of hours I put in the gym. I do it there. On my channel, I lay it out as it is, and that's just how it is. But guys, I'm just, obviously as of now, as the fitness industry goes, I don't really know where the future is, but all I know is right now, it's not in a very supportive state, where everyone's kind of encouraging each other. It's more just hating on other people, using other people's names, so people are just calling each other out, and their channels are growing just purely because of hate, purely because of what the other person has achieved, regardless whether they're natural or enhanced. It's a shame really. But again, I wish more people would be more sincere with their status of whether they're natural or enhanced. To be honest, I don't see it as a problem. I haven't got anything against it. I got friends that are on steroids. It's just how it is. Regardless of what the shape they're in, whether they're gear or not, it doesn't matter. It's just a choice that you have to take, and you gotta understand the consequences. And that's just how it is. For me, unfortunately, when I started lifting, it was very hard to find someone that I could relate to. Going to school, coming home, having to do my homework, having to eat my meals, and then go to the gym, train, do my homework in the evening, and go to sleep. Wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, go to school, same again. There's no one that I could relate to. The guys that we know on YouTube as the OGs, we never saw their uprise. We never saw what it took for them to get there. I believe it's the perception that we didn't see what they did, so we assume automatically they must be on steroids, because we never really, embraced their journey. They kind of just blow out of nowhere because they had a good physique. All we see is the before and after page on Instagram. But guys, I feel like for this younger generation, there's a real opportunity for us to actually, understand that, all right, this is where he started. We see what he does on a daily basis. I can relate to that. But at the same time, he's able to fit in his meals. He's able to train, and he's able to grow and see progress, so surely I can do it. That's the problem. That's what we don't see nowadays. So for me, I've made it a goal to show that transparency, to show the passion and the heart for the sport, because that's what it takes. So guys, I'm trying not to run on too much, but honestly, I appreciate the support that I've received on my page for the last 3 years being on social media is phenomenal. Honestly, I can't be more humbled and happy for what I'm getting. But at the same time, that being said, there's always been a negative backlash to everything that I say, everything that I do, to everything that I claim. Me claiming natural has always been like, it's a bad thing. Bro, you can't be that big, you can't be this, you can't be that. But for me, I've always been the guy to ignore it. Ignore the negativity, focus on the positive things. Focus on the people that truly believe in you, because they're the only ones that are going to be there for you when you struggle the most. But guys, honestly, I'm not going to go on too much. I appreciate the support, I appreciate the love. If you want to find out more about me, do hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. I'm all on the social media platforms. I'll put them below, guys. If there's anything regarding diet and nutrition, of course, I do have my training guide, which I've been writing for the last year and a half. It's done pretty well. For me, that's been my biggest success. So guys, if you want to check that out, I'll put that below. But guys, believe that you can truly do it, because you might just change someone else's life. So it's doable. Believe in yourself. Stay tuned. Catch you soon.